Hello, I had a plan, and the plan was really simple. It was a fail-proof plan, and I've now realized that I failed. So the plan was to come to this place where I'm at now. I'm in Veldrift. It's a fishing village. Fishing village. That's what they do here. They catch fish and they retire. And so I was supposed to arrive here really super early, which I did, before sunrise. So I had to leave where I stay at 4, I think. And then the plan was to shoot a specific jetty that I have been wanting to shoot forever. Did that, and you'll see the video in a second. And then the plan was to scout for a location for sunset. I was busy doing that and got a phone call that I unfortunately have to leave, so I am going to leave now. It's not because I'm illegal here, there's just something that I have to tend to. And the plan was to do this. Hi, I'm at Veldrift, somewhere in between having fish and chips, because I really want fish and chips. I've already had coffee, so I am not going to be able to do that. And then the plan was also just to tell you guys to please like and subscribe. It will mean a lot. Not only would it mean a lot to my heart, I mean, it would mean a lot for the future if this channel is to grow, and if the YouTube algorithm Bob picks it up. It would really, guys, I know some of you do understand this, but then I would be able to travel to these locations. It's not far travel, but it does cost me a bit of money. I would be able to travel to these locations. So I'm not going to have a lot of b-roll. I'm going to try and keep this short, this video, and hopefully enjoy the images. And hopefully, if you're a photographer, you would come to this location. It's pretty decent. Okay, I'm out. Like and subscribe. I'm not going to say cheers. I'm unfortunately having to leave now. Cheers. I just said cheers. Bye. So I'm at my first image, and let me check. So it's very straightforward again. I'm not going to make it too complicated. Sunrise was about a couple of minutes ago, and it's overcast, which is perfect for me. I just want to get out of the way. I don't want to get soaked because I'm going to spend the whole day here. This area is filled with these little treasures. Oh, that's perfect. With these little treasures, and I want to try and capture as many of them as possible. So I've only got sunrise and sunset today because I don't have an ND filter, and I know that most of you guys that are beginners don't have ND filters, so I'm not gonna worry about that too much. So the setup will be at f11, and then the shutter speed will vary. ISO will be 100, manual mode, shooting raw, as we said before, shooting raw. I don't mind these pictures being slightly overexposed because I have an idea. That's perfect. I think I might go home. There isn't too much of clouds in the sky, so it's slightly misty, I think. So I have an idea to convert this to black and white anyway. So let me flight this image, and I'll explain to you the image. I decided not to make this a black and white image because I enjoyed the colors. I've also done something differently that I would normally do, and that is use a faster shutter speed to take the breaking waves to draw your eyes even quicker through the image, and to show you some movement in the water. Now what that does, it makes a little bit of a ripple in the water, which I don't necessarily like that much, and you'll see in the next image what it would do if you use a slower shutter speed. What would make this image even better if there were detailed clouds in the sky, but you can't win them all. Now I think this is my favorite image of the day. I decided last second that I'm going to move just a little bit further down the beach, and then I found this composition, which I think works beautifully with the jetty at the back. Now you can see, unlike the previous photo, that the water is smoothed out perfectly, and that is what I like it to look like. Now, and you've got the leading lines of the water going in and drawing your eye even further into the image. Now this was shot exactly the same as the previous image, except that the shutter was dragged a little bit, so it was slower. All in all, this is my favorite. So I am at a scene that I didn't plan to shoot, but that's a nice part of sort of, I thought that I might scout for later today, and then I found the scene because it's slightly overcast. It's some heavy light, as you can see on that screen. I'm overexposed, but it's cool. I found a scene with a dead tree, but what makes this sort of interesting, there's some leading lines towards this tree. Let me just show you the area while I drink my coffee, and then so there's a tree, and there's that line that goes into that tree, but the whole area looks like this. It's I don't know why I haven't been here shooting. It is beautiful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just finish my coffee, and then I hope that I can sort of, let me switch on this. So I'll be shooting at f8. I think I might be shooting at f8. Let me just put the live view on there so that you can see. So I'll be shooting at f8. You don't necessarily need a tripod for this, but it's just for you guys that I'm using the tripods. There's that leading light towards the tree. Now next to the tree there is another tree, and there's this ugly palm, and then there's this well, not an ugly house, but there's a house there that I obviously don't want in. Behind the tree there's a jetty, and I don't want the jetty in either, so I composed the image that I don't have those elements in there and only have the tree. Unfortunately, this tree does make a bit of a reflection that I cannot capture other than using a different angle, but the what do you call it, the area just doesn't allow me to either go that direction or shoot that direction, because then the composition doesn't work. So I'm gonna try and show you the image. If I'm fortunate enough to capture another image of the tree with the reflection, that would be great. So here it is, if it's any good. For some other reason I like this image. This is not something that I would normally shoot. This is not and the time of day is also ridiculous. So this is my second favorite of the day. I do especially enjoy the foreground where it's got that texture in the mud, if you can call it that, and then the leading line towards the tree. Now again, not all photos can come out perfectly, and I took this shot just so that I could know that I should come back either at sunrise, where the sun would rise behind the tree, or sunset if there was clouds in the sky. That would just finish it off perfectly, and even give some little bit of a soft light on the foreground. Thank you for watching. It is appreciated. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Subscribe would mean a great deal. And if you would comment, that would even be better. Cheers for now.